Good morning, students. It's biology for class 10, and our topic is going on heredity and evolution. In my last class, I explained you about the basic terms related to the topic. That was characters. Characters means the features present in any organisms. Like I have given the examples also, the height of the two persons, or the color of the skin, or color of the eyes, etc. Then I explained you the term heredity. Heredity means the transfer of characters from one generation to another, from parents to offspring. Then the next term was that was gametes. Gametes means the sex cells. In human female, the gamete is ova, and in male it is sperm. Chromosomes. Chromosomes are the thread-like structures present in every cell. Genes. Genes are the located on the DNA, and they carries the information from one generation to another. Then the variation in the differences in the features in the two persons or among the different persons. What are the differences are present, that are called variation. And in today's class I will explain you the accumulation of variation, the term genetics, some more important terms, and then the Mendel's experiment. A little bit again the recalling of the chromosomes. As every human cell has the nucleus, in the nucleus the thread-like structures are present, and during the cell division they convert into the chromosome. So this is chromosome, and the chromosomes are made up of DNA, and the part of DNA which carry a special information, that is called genes. Okay, so in one chromosomes there are so many genes are present, and every gene is responsible for a specific characteristics. These are the human chromosomes. In every human cell there are the 23 pairs of chromosomes are present, and 23 pairs means 46 chromosomes are present. And in the chromosomes the genes are there which are responsible for the characters. Now the variation, the difference in the characters among the individual of a species is called variation. The offspring is never a true copy of the parent. I explained you about this in the last class. So why there are the differences among the two persons, and how does it pass from one generation to another generation, that I will explain you. Variations in reproduction. Student, as I explained you in the last class, that the variations are of two reproductions are of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. During the both type of reproduction the variation occurs, means the differences are there in the next generation. But in asexual reproduction the variations are lesser than the sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction there are more variation took place. Why it happens so? Because during the sexual reproduction the gametes are formed, and the gametes are fused during the fertilization they fuse with each other, and that time what happened, the chromosomes when mated, then some part of the father and some part of the mother they combine, and due to this what happened, that in the next generation some features are of the father, some features are of the mother, but the some features are totally new, and these are variations. Understood? You can see here one example. This is an organism. Okay, and during the reproduction two organisms are formed, and these two both are having the similar features of the parent, but you can find out there are some difference, like the color. Here it is pink, here the base color is of green. Okay, so these are the variation. Now again the further reproduction happen. So these are having the similar basic structure of the parent, this also and this also, but then again what happen, one more variation occur over here. So in this way what happen, the generation after generation the variation take place, and these variations are accumulating means they remain in the organism, they accumulate in the organism, and after so many generation there will be a generation will come which is totally different from the parent. Okay, and this is a evolution means one species will come which is totally different from the parent species. I will explain you when we will continue with this chapter. Here I am explaining you how the variations occur. So the variation occurs where during the reproduction, more variation in sexual. Here also you can see the example. The similar features are there, but there is one variation occur. In the next generation, the more variation is there, and in this way they are accumulating in the generation after generation. So accumulation of variation. Accumulation means it will remain in the organism. The significance of variation. So what is the importance of variation? How it is helpful to any organism? So the significance of a variation shows only if it continues to be inherited by the offspring for several generations. Okay, if these variations are passing from one generation to another generation, then only what would happen, that variation will generate to a new species or a evolution. And the advantage of variation to a species is that it increases the chances of its survival in a changing environment. um, like a group of bacteria is living in a small niche, means in a small area is there where the group of bacteria are living. Okay, and then what happened, suddenly the temperature arises. Most of time this bacteria, group of bacteria which was living in that area, they are comfortable with the temperature like 25 degrees Celsius, then 25 degree, and if it is increase more, suddenly what happened, some changes took place and the temperature increase. Okay, so it observed that the most of the bacteria died, but maybe one or two bacteria which adapt themselves or which are having some variations in them, they uh, tolerate that much temperature and they survive. Okay, so here what happened, the variation give them a chance that they survive in a changing environment. So variations are necessary, it is giving an advantage of survival to an organism. Now for this chapter some more important terms are there, like dominant genes and recessive genes. Students, always the, as I told you, the chromosomes are present in the pair. Similarly the genes are present in the pair. Pair means like the same type of genes are there. I'm taking the example of height, and the genes, we are expressing the characters of the different characters with the genes by the alphabet. Okay, like T and T. So TT is a characteristic, it is showing the height. uh, s- uh, so dominant gene and recessive gene, what is the mean by it? So the gene which decide the appearance of an organism even in the presence of an alternative contrasting gene is known as dominant gene. Like as I told you, one T, capital T and one small t. So capital T is showing the characters, that is the tallness. Small t, it is showing the character, that is the short height. Okay, if the one tall and one small t is also there, then also the that feature appear, means the tallness appear. So that type of gene is called dominant gene. You will get more idea about this term when I will explain you the Mendel's experiment. Okay, so here just you have to go through the term. What is the mean by dominant gene? The gene which decide the appearance of an organism. Appearance means what will be the color of the flower. It will be a violet, or it will be a pink or white, or what will be the height of the plant, like it is tall or short, what is the color of his skin. Understood? uh, like the what is the blood group of an organism. It is all decided by the dominant gene. Recessive gene. Recessive gene are the gene which can decide the appearance of an organism only in the presence of another identical gene. Like if only both t and t, small t and small t is present, then only this gene's appearance will be appear. Otherwise what would happen, if one capital T and one small t is there, that time the capital T means the dominant gene, the tallness will appear. That time the short feature will be not appear in that organism. So recessive gene, the genes which can decide the appearance of an organism only in the presence of another identical, means same type of gene is present, then only they will show their appearance. And next term is the genetics. It's a very important term, genetic. What is genetics? It is the branch of biology or the study of genes, variation and heredity is called genetics. It is a branch of biology in which the study of genes, variations and heredity is done. Okay. Now today I will give some introduction about the Mendel's experiment. John Gregor Mendel was the first scientist who made the systematic study of patterns of inheritance. Inheritance means the characters which pass from one generation to another. He observed so many plants first, and then he observed and then thought why some characters are appeared and some characters are not appeared, and then he studied about that. Okay, and John Mendel is also known as the father of genetics because he was the first scientist who started this study. And for his study he chose the plant that was pea plant. There were some reasons. For that reasons the Mendel chose the pea plants. The first thing is that the pea plant is showing the so many different traits or characteristics. Like some pea plants are tall, some plants are dwarf, some pea plant produce the round and yellow seeds, some pea plants are showing the wrinkle seeds, some pea plant are having the green seeds. Understood? So in this way the pea plants are having the different characteristics, 7 characteristics they are having different, and that's why the pea plant attracted Mendel and he selected the pea plant. Like you can see here the 7 different traits or characters of the pea plant. Number 1, it is the color of flower, purple and white. So pea plants are, some pea plant produce the purple color flowers, some are producing the white color. So the two different colors plants are available. Second, the flower position. Some flowers are the position of the flower is axial. Here you can see, and here it is at terminal. Terminal means at the end. Length of the stem. Some pea plants are very short in height. Some pea plants are tall. Shape of the seed. Either round seeds and some are having the wrinkle seeds. The color of seeds. Yellow and green. The shape of the pod. inflated, you can see it's very smooth, and some pod is constricted, you can see here. Okay, then the color pod, the pod of the color is also in two, that is yellow and green. So due to these 7 different characteristics, Mendel choose the pea plant. About this, continue with the same topic, and further I will explain you about the different experiment of the Mendel and the laws he has given, the laws of inheritance, in my next classes. Till then, students, have a nice day.